Hi, my name is Victor Tiffany, co-founder of Revolt Against Plutocracy. When three of us set about in spring of 2015 to build a national movement to write in Bernie Sanders in the general election of 2016, if he wasn't the Democratic Party nominee, we weren't thinking, we can use this as leverage. Between the time the idea came up on a sidewalk conversation in late April of 2015, and the time we actually launched this website in June of 2015, it dawned on us we could use this as leverage during the primaries. We could use a movement of people pledged to write in Bernie Sanders if he's not the Democratic Party nominee as leverage against the superdelegates during the convention, as we showed on the billboard above. We didn't invent leverage, we discovered it. And now we can use leverage in this two-party system that we are basically encased in. Americans live in the confines, in the mental prison of a two-party system. As long as that's the case, as long as they refuse to vote for the better candidate just because he or she is a Green Party candidate, we are stuck operating in this system. And the way, therefore, to get progressives nominated during the presidential party primary process or candidates for Congress and Senate, progressives challenging blue dog Democrats, neoliberal Democrats, so-called centrist Democrats. The way to get them elected is to use leverage again. Right? Basically, it's a group of people within a congressional district or a state signing a pledge that they will only vote for that candidate in the Democratic Party primaries. Otherwise, at least for the midterms coming up, we're going to vote for a Green Party candidate as our second option. And if there's no Green Party candidate, the third option will be somebody who signs the CFAR candidate but is not formally a candidate for the Democratic Party in that race. However, it's a symbolic protest. A CFAR candidate. Maybe it's you. Maybe you'll sign the CFAR agreement and then write in your own name. That's CFAR or bust, or what we can think of as Bernie's agenda or bust, although we're actually taking positions, the American people are taking positions a little bit to the left of Bernie Sanders when it comes to foreign policy. Most of these ideas came off his website. So think of it as progressive or bust, think of it as CFAR green in 2018, think of it as Bernie's agenda or bust. We can apply this strategy and help progressives get elected. Progressives can help themselves by signing the CFAR agreement. That gives them a leg up. All right, we have a website, citizensagainstplutocracy.org, where candidates can go, get their hands on this document, download it, sign it, and get it into your hands. If you're in their congressional district, you'll take the bull by the horns and help lead this leverage movement across the country. 435 congressional districts and 33 Senate races. We can't do all that from a centralized national organization. This inherently must be a decentralized political revolution deploying strategy to get progressives elected to Congress. That means we have to actually register as Democrats. We have dem-exited, and now it's time to dem-enter. As I state in the text on this page, it doesn't matter what party we belong to. The idea that parties are going to use citizens for the benefit of the party and for the benefit of the party candidates is going to be flipped over on its head. Now, leverage activists and citizens, voters, who pledge to vote for a specific candidate or a candidate with a specific strategy or a CFAR signing candidate is a new strategy. We're not being used by the Democratic parties. We are using the Democratic Party. And by the way, this could be done on the right by libertarians trying to get a candidate to win the Republican Party primary contest. This isn't ideological. It can be done on the left and it can be done on the right. It's trans-ideological. But we're using it to get progressives elected into office. And if you go to the home page of this website, you'll see the contract we're using to first identify who the progressives are, and then B, use that signing as a leverage point to tell the Democrats, you're going to lose in November unless you elect this person in your Democratic Party primaries to be your candidate and run up against the Republican, because otherwise we're voting for the Green Party candidate. That, in a nutshell, is leverage. We use the parties rather than the other way around. Thank you, and let's have some good revolutionary leverage building strategy in the coming year and a half.